You know, technology has been changing the way we live for years, from managing health appointments to staying in touch with family. But for many older adults, navigating the digital world can feel overwhelming and sometimes even a little bit unsafe. Well, joining me today is Joely Figueroa of Senior Tech Connect, a really interesting organization dedicated to bridging the technology gap and empowering seniors to build confidence and maintain their independence. Welcome, Joely. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Now, you're in a really interesting period in this technology thing, because it wasn't long ago that older people had no experience with computers at all. But I think we've kind of got to the age where everybody now has done something on the computer. It's not like you didn't need to program your VCR, right, ever. So we all have some familiarity about it. What are some of the big problems that you see?
Oh, daily, access to transportation now. It's even on a digital device, access to your doctor or perhaps your medication. And even as simple as video calling family members or getting connected with someone can be a challenge for, like you said, a generation that didn't grow up with technology.
So what do you do about it?
So what we're doing about it is helping every older adult possible build confidence with, like you said, everyday technology through hands-on learning here in Orlando, but also digital learning as well.
So if you're anything like my son is, he'll look at me when I ask him a question and go, "Hey, boomer, just give it to me." How do you do it? It's almost like learning to speak another language.
Yes, and one of the things that I always say is it's not necessarily hard, it is just new. And there is a big difference there, right? Yeah. So think of someone that is at home, again, like you said, did not grow up with this, right? And anytime that we're trying to learn something new, it may seem hard, but anything is a practice skill. So once we practice, and our curriculum actually focuses a lot on patience, because oftentimes, like technology moves fast, we tend to move fast with it. And if, for example, like me, it's always been around me, and it's easy for me to dive into my phone and do things in 3 seconds. But when I understand that that is a new skill for someone, and when we go into these classrooms and teach people how to do this slowly and with patience, it means the world to them, because then they understand that they're able to do it, and it builds independence.
Oh, did you just say a huge word? With patience.
100%.
You must have a ton of it, because I know how frustrated my son can get when I don't get something. This is really interesting. I'm going through this now. I've got a friend with Parkinson's, and he can't use the phone. He can't, and this has cut him off from everything. He can't get on social media. He can't call his friends or family. He can't check messages, so nobody can get to him and nobody can get out. We got him one of those like Alexa type things, and it's been a game changer.
100%.
What kind of things do you see, tools out there for very inexpensive, can change somebody's world?
Oh, there's so many, and that is an amazing story, and we hear stories like this probably on a daily basis. So, of course, smartphone, even from the most basic kind, can connect two people. But smart devices like that you have at home, or reminders, there's devices that their sole purpose is to remind you to take your medication, right? So that, and also applications such as the Senior Tech Connect Life app, helps you with guidance and resources and webinars that can bring forth new information that you perhaps needed to know.
So what do you recommend that we do? Where do we start? How do we bridge this technological divide?
Yes, I always recommend starting with something that you care about. Like I said, technology can be very overwhelming. There's a lot of it, and it's moving pretty fast. So if we start with something that we care about, then it's easier to learn, because when we're learning, we either are enjoying it or we're going to find it useful. So it doesn't seem like a chore.
Motivation.
Yes, 100%, but also just practicing. If you're interested in music, right? Learning how to download a song. If you're interested in contacting your doctor, just learning where those buttons are and how we can do that. If you love connecting with your family, learning how to video call. So starting with what you care about always makes the learning process just a tad more simple.
It seems like so quickly we're moving into an age of video conferencing for doctor appointments.
Yes.
And as if doctor appointments aren't intimidating enough,
know.
now we got to figure out
I know.
is this thing on, and all that.
Yes.
What is the best thing for people to do? Should they get in touch with your organization? Should they try to reach out to someone who understands the technology better? How do you start out?
Yeah, so one of the things that we do is we help companies with their patient portal and assisting seniors, right, utilize the patient portal, because a lot of the times we don't even know all the access that we have to our own health information because it's perhaps not demonstrated to us. So that is one of our strengths here in Orlando and just nationally. But contacting us is a great start, but also, again, going online and getting education or even talking to someone about it really opens up that conversation, because it's not hard, it's just new.
When you tell your friends what you do for a living, do they look at you and they go, why would somebody like you want to spend all day, every day around old people who don't get it?
Maybe they do, and I say, because I love it.
What have you learned about the older generation that maybe most people miss?
So much. I've learned that time is more valuable than we think. I learned that the moment that you're in now is going to be soon a memory, and it's important to cherish it and do with that, what you will. But there's so much actually patience and time, and just I'm grateful to be here every single day, just because everyone tells me, hey, back then I used to do this and I used to do that, and it seemed like it was 5 seconds ago. So it makes me cherish my present time more now.
What a great message. You, I think, are the guest of the month. That's such great wisdom from somebody in your life stage and age group. That's awesome, and thank you for what you do and all the help you give out. We want to thank Joely Figueroa for stopping by and sharing how seniors, or really anybody in our community, can feel more confident, more connected, and more safe in today's digital world.